Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome into your reading for the first half of August. And this reading will be taking a look at job and careers, and then also relationships and love, and then also life path and mission. So before we get into cards specifically for you, there are some things that are happening in the beginning of the month to share with you. So on August 1st, we have the Sturgeon full moon in Aquarius, and that's going to be the first of two full moons. So we have a blue moon at the end of the month, but this first one is going to be a super moon. So it's going to be extra big, extra bright, which is a great time to get to go for a stroll in the moonlight if that's something you can do within your living situation. But this is a time that these full moon times kind of call on you to really express yourself, kind of starting to share those original thoughts and ideas, and even if they're not necessarily very popular ones, but living in your true authentic self. So that's coming up. And also we're currently in the Lionsgate portal. So it opened late July and then it peaks on August 8th and closes on the 12th. So that's really that perfect time to be working on manifesting. If you have some new ideas or aspirations, or you're kind of calling some change within your life, this is a prime time to up your manifesting game. So that's the Lionsgate portal. We do have some other planets that are in retrograde, so we'll talk about those as we go through the reading. But let's go ahead and jump in and see what is in store for Sagittarius for career and job situations. So in the recent past, you have your Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and then Queen of Swords. So in your recent past energy, you kind of are in that place where it was maybe lacking effort or kind of feeling unrewarding. Maybe you were part of the way through projects and kind of abandoned them, which is leading to some feelings of, kind of confusion and maybe that sense of, you kind of need to let go of some of your fears. But if those projects were being abandoned, thinking about, well, is it because I just couldn't do them? Was I not good enough at doing them? Do I lack some of the drive to get that done? So it's kind of that murky sense in the recent past and in the present in terms of your energy towards your work. But you are moving into this more independent, open-minded type of energy. You're more perceptive to what's going on around you. So sometimes it's just a matter of a little bit of a fresh look or a reset from that perspective. Neptune is in retrograde. That's one of the planets. And so that kind of, it's like looking at going beyond your fantasies and delusions and things like that. So that's something, it may apply from a work perspective to try to get a clearer idea about where you are from a job career standpoint. And it's also Saturn's in retrograde, and that's about how can you get to your goals and where should you be focusing your energy. So I think especially with the Lionsgate portal coming up, it would be a great time to meditate and kind of think about what is it that you want to do? What direction do you want to go? And then try to manifest that change from a career standpoint for you. But let's take a look at love and relationships. So in the recent past, you have the World. You're currently sitting in the Death in reverse energy, and then coming in is the Knight of Wands. So the World energy in the recent past, that's kind of that completion and that recognition and fulfillment. And so that's been in the past. It's also about like wrapping up cycles. And so if you're currently sitting in this, I'll call it death energy, this lack of momentum and kind of resistance to change, but there's some inevitable change, even though a lot of times the world is kind of seen as that, triumph and everything is great. With the death card in reverse coming in next, it feels much more like it's the world being the wrapping up or the conclusion of a cycle, because that is card number 21 in the major arcana. So that's the very last card. And that sometimes when you look at the major arcana as a a path or a journey, if you're looking at a specific lesson or a specific situation, this is the culmination of it. This is the end of it. So your Knight of Wands energy that's coming in, that's that fearlessness, confidence, riding into something new. So it seems like this is maybe something has ended and you're kind of hesitant to do anything, like you're resisting the change. There's not really much movement, but then this new movement's going to come in kind of quickly here in terms of having that confidence and wanting to move forward in a positive direction. So let's take a look at what's happening with the life path and mission perspective here for you, Sagittarius. All right. You have the Page of Cups in reverse, the Devil energy, and then the Five of Pentacles. So this is a little bit of a I guess heavy energy, kind of tough energy. This Page of Cups in reverse it's kind of like that immaturity and I guess insecurity, some disappointments in the past have led you kind of to this place of being in this temptation filled, like obsession or addiction type of energy, which as it pertains to your life path and your mission, sometimes with that, if you don't really have that direction, then maybe if you feel like you're not really doing what you're supposed to be doing in this life, or you feel like you have no direction, it could be, turning to other temptations, drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever addictions, shopping, gambling, eating. And unfortunately, that type of path is going to, I guess, almost like lock you out of your blessings. So the Five of Pentacles is really about struggling and hardship. And, so I think this is a path that definitely would need some attention in the first half of the month. Some of the other things, when we look at the retrogrades, like Pluto in retrograde, Pluto is the destroyer type of energy. And that's calling you to kind of revisit what needs to be transformed, what needs your energy or attention. Chiron in retrograde, Chiron is like the wounded healer. So maybe taking a deeper look at things from your past and what is it that's kind of causing this lack of direction for you. And let's take a look and see with some of these oracle cards, maybe they can give some additional clarity for you about what is to come, or tools that you could use to help you along that path of finding your direction. Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. So one of the things we talked about last time was this North Node shifting into Aries, and that's really about being bold and being you. And I think that's part of it, is being you, but then also with the South Node shifting into Libra, your South Node, that's about what baggage are you bringing forward, either from past lives or earlier in this life, that's keeping you from your goals and what you're aspiring to do in this life and your mission. So some of that is definitely playing out here in terms of feeling like there's that struggle to figure out what is it that you're needing to do. So here is our jumper card. Just say yes. And since that was a jumper card, I'll go ahead and pull a regular one as well, because especially if you feel lost, say yes to what? The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul Tribe. So sometimes too, if you're trying to figure out what direction to take and where is your life going, you get a different feel from your soul tribe. When there's people that are at kind of your same vibrational frequency, it just feels different talking to them. And so some of this is also a call to keep yourself, out of this devil energy and work on trying to raise your vibration. Some of that's going to be work on some of your grounding, some of your meditation. Here's your jumper card, past life relationships. You've known each other before. So if something if something's ending and there's new courageous energy coming in, keep an eye out for that and trust your intuition that you may have a past life relationship that's coming back in. But then there's also this unrequited love as the card that I actually pulled versus the jumper, that there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And that, maybe that is what caused the world, like that completion of that cycle for you. That's leaving you kind of in a little bit of that state of, lack of movement and, in terms of changes coming up that maybe you weren't really wanting to make those changes, but it was a sense of unrequited love. Maybe there was a lesson to be learned there. And it's, the universe saying, okay, well, it's time to move on, and that there's other things coming in here. There's this other energy coming in with a past life relationship, somebody within your soul family, soul tribe, a soulmate, coming in to be a new player in your life, a new energy source in your life. So that's what's coming out for the first half of August. But as always, take only what resonates with you and your situation. If this is information that you think would be helpful to somebody else, I would encourage you to share it with them. I will be doing some additional videos, a twin flame video, in about a week or so, if that's something that's of interest or applies to you, as well as the daily single card pulls where it's one major arcana and a few oracle cards. So if you would like to receive alerts as to when those new videos post, you can like and subscribe and hit the notifications. Otherwise, I wish you peace and joy along your journey, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.